What a crew we have. Jeffrey Anderson, Keith Kimball, and Terry Oglesby. They have combined to officiate 15 Final Fours and 8 national championships. And we're underway with Purdue controlling the opening tip.
Indiana plays mostly man-to-man, but they started the game the other day against UCLA, a 4-point loss, and played a lot of zone in that game. Right now, man-to-man.
Smith from the free throw line, off the mark and out of bounds to Indiana.
You got to watch Braden Smith, because if you go drop coverage, he's one of the best players in the country at pulling up off the dribble. You got to steal there.
And C.J. Cox lays it in. Turnovers a big problem for Indiana in the first meeting between these two. They coughed it up 20 times, which led to 26 points for Purdue.
Yeah, they're 15th in the Big Ten in that category. They cannot, and Purdue's not a team that presses you either.
Miles Rice back in the starting lineup. His first shot, a rainbow, no good, but long rebound out to Trey Galloway. Sends it out to Luke Goody. Goody inside, takes a bump, no call, tipped around to Galloway. 10 on the shot clock. Galloway, floater is good.
Galloway has played very, very well this year. He averages 4 assists a game, has a terrific floor game. There he makes the floater.
A combined 16 players from the state of Indiana competing in this game today. Trey Kaufman-Renn is one of them. Inside, rolls out. And the rebound corralled by Galloway.
That time they went after Kaufman-Renn when he put the ball on the floor.
Anthony Leal's 3 is way off the mark.
I mean, he's 9 for 16 on the season, but that's 9 threes all year. Not really a good shot there.
You see Ballo and Mbako waiting. We asked Mike Woodson, how did they take the news that they'd be coming off the bench? And he said, I don't have time to worry about that right now. They'll be ready to go. As Steve Lapp has pointed out, Jerry Palm has Indiana as his first 4 out of the NCAA tournament. This would be a huge win for the Hoosiers. Lawyer a 3, but before the shot, a foul. Smith, step back. His second miss, that one out of bounds, and before that, we have a whistle and a foul against Purdue.
And one thing, Braden Smith, he makes a ton of those pull-ups, and that's a good call. Forced him out of bounds. This is where Purdue's been struggling in that 3-game losing streak. Their defense, actually the last 6 or 7 games, has not been the way Matt Painter wants it to be.
That foul goes against Kaufman-Renn. Something to keep an eye on, as Purdue has been in foul trouble a lot during this 3-game losing streak. Deep 3 by Galloway, no good.
Yeah, not a great offensive possession there. You know, you got to get Reneau involved. He's been playing really well lately. Last 3 games, 16 points a game.
Kaufman-Renn, no good.
And he did a good job there, Reneau, to just wall up.
Wow, Leo and First underneath the basket, pushing each other, and a foul is called.
At the further review, there's no foul in the act, period.
He thought he was gone. That would have been his second foul as well. It's not even a foul.
It's not even a foul, and I'm surprised, too, there was not even a hook and hold in there. The guy, he was grabbed him by the shoulder.
Wow.
That was surprising.
All right, back to the action. Rice thought about a 3, now drives inside, showing off his speed.
I mean, he's very athletic. He's been a little bit of a disappointment. He was one of the best players in the Pac-12 last year at Washington State, averaged 14 a game. Been a little bit down. He could take it to the basket, though. Not a great 3-point shooter.
Kaufman-Renn inside, tied up by Reneau, and Kaufman-Renn wins that battle.
You know, the thing that makes Kaufman-Renn so good is he has unbelievable footwork. And he can pivot and pivot and pivot and eventually score with that great touch that he has.
Had the go-ahead basket in Purdue's win over Indiana last month in West Lafayette. Reneau with the left hand.
And that's one of the things that Matt Painter was really concerned about, is allowing people to score in the paint against them, which has happened a lot. Reneau, a very good inside scorer.
Kaufman-Renn from the free throw line, and we talked about that exact shot with Matt Painter at shoot-around yesterday. He has mastered that.
Yeah, that little floater from like 8 feet, not an easy shot. Great job, Braden Smith there. That was a great defensive play. He saw Leal under the basket at the last second. He was able to get there.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Jakari Harris has checked in for Purdue.
And Miles Rice was not letting him touch the ball there.
And an illegal screen called against Will Berg. Only averages 7 minutes per game. Matt Painter trying to get some minutes out of Berg with Ballo on the floor. Galloway to Ballo. Great crowd here at Assembly Hall, and many on their feet right now. Harris a three, it's short, and the rebound to Rice. Goody with a deep three. And the rebound grabbed by Lawyer. Now Smith gets to the hoop, but rejected by Ballo. Out of bounds to Purdue. For Purdue during this 3-game losing streak, defending the paint. They got hammered against Michigan State on Tuesday, outscored 42-24 inside. We talked about it with Matt Painter at shoot-around yesterday. He said the big key today is keep Indiana out of the paint. Get the bigs, the big guys, to dribble in there. On that dunk, you didn't see any dribbling.
No, and they have 8 points in the paint out of their 13 already. Now Mbako's in.
Here's Reneau. Out to a wide open Carlisle. And the tip by Reneau is there.
Again, the struggle on the glass. They have a small team. Cam Heide is now their four-man at 6'6". They have a very small team in against a very big team.
Kaufman-Renn turnaround, doesn't get the bounce, and Reneau takes it off the glass.
Yeah, Matt Painter thought he got hacked there pretty good.
Ballo,
Deep position.
Ballo wins that battle. And that's the concern for Purdue.
And that time Ballo ran right under the basket, and what can you do? He's a massive person. Can't do anything about it.
Indiana doubling up Purdue in points in the paint. They lead by 6. Smith looking for his first field goal, and he's got it. Had missed his first 3 shot attempts. Reneau inside, and again getting it done in the paint.
Hey, these big guys are dominating the game right now against Purdue.
Reneau is 3 for 3 from the floor.
This is Matt Painter's worst nightmare.
Kaufman-Renn going at Ballo, and a foul called on the floor. And Braden Smith is on the verge of breaking the record held by Bruce Parkinson.
A kid that had only Division II offers. Unbelievable.
Talked to Braden yesterday at shoot-around. He said, yes, the record would be special, but that's my job. My job is to distribute the basketball, and he's done that so well in his Purdue career. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Colvin, a 3, no good. Purdue is still without a 3, 0 for 3 so far.
I got to be honest with you. If my assistants brought me a kid and I asked them, who's recruiting him? They said, Bloomsburg State. I'd say, what? What are you guys, nuts? But Matt Painter didn't get scared, took this kid. Now he's going to be a record-breaking point guard.
If you could go back in time.
Oh, here we go.
Here's Ballo. And the rebound by Colvin.
That's why I'm here with you.
I was going to have you say it.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Let me just say.
I like hanging out with you. Smith a three. And Purdue, who averages 8 threes per game, still without one midway through the first half.
And that kid has shot it well all year, 38%. I mean, there's nothing that he has not done. He leads the Big Ten in steals on top of it. You name it, he's done it.
Carlisle another three.
Wow.
Way off the mark.
And this kid was a decent shooter at Stanford before he came here.
Pac-12 all-freshman team a season ago.
41% last year.
Here's Smith over to Heidi for three. And that one is good. He's been shooting the ball well, Cam Heidi. Now over his last 3 games, he's 4 for 7.
And one of the problems is with this small lineup, Heidi's a 4-man, so Reneau or Ballow's got to come out and guard a 3-point shooter when they switch.
Here goes Mbako working on Colvin. Good defense there by Purdue. Galloway gets by Smith. And Galloway finishes, and that happened a lot in the first meeting between these two teams.
Yeah, he gets in that lane. He's big, he's strong, he's a tough kid.
He had 15 points a month ago against Purdue. That was something the Boilermakers worked hard on in shoot-around yesterday, trying to take those opportunities away. Kaufman-Renn draws the double. Over to Cox. Colvin just inside the line. That's good. That's a 2.
I think they expected Colvin to make a bigger jump this year from last year, but he is still a valuable sub.
Averaging just under 5 points per game.
Let's see if they go back inside now.
Reneau. Extra pass. Mbako for 3. And the rebound to Smith.
You know, they've gotten away from what their bread and butter was early in the game.
Braden Smith has now just picked up his 500th career rebound.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Kaufman-Renn threw an elbow there that they didn't see.
Some of the fans did. Yep. Cox travels. (19-8) on the year, tied for 3rd in the Big Ten. The top 4 teams receive a double bye at the Big Ten tournament just down the road in Indianapolis. Reneau to Ballo, couldn't catch the pass and taken away by the Boilers.
And they really did a good job converging on him there.
And Lawyer knocks it down. In 2+ games now in Assembly Hall, Fletcher Lawyer is 6 for 11 from deep. He likes shooting it here. That was Indiana's first turnover in 12 minutes.
Looking for the high-low, but they backed all the way off Reneau there, and he could not get it inside to Ballo.
Luke Goody at the scorers table for the Hoosiers. Rice doesn't get the bounce, and Cox with a rebound. See Purdue second in the Big Ten in 3-point shooting percentage. Slow start today, but starting to heat up. Kaufman-Renn, too easy.
Yeah, that was not good defense. And Reneau was standing there that time. Didn't really give any help to Ballo, who got beat off the dribble.
Purdue has its first lead since it was 2-0, with 6.5 to go in the first. Rice from the wing. And it ends up in the lap of Trey Kaufman-Renn.
All of a sudden, Purdue's done a very good job of stopping the inside play of Indiana. I think that's a good reason for Goody to come back in the game. Give him a little more space because they have to guard him.
Caleb first commits the foul. And another foul going the other way. Gotta love a rivalry game. Mike Woodson told us pregame that anytime we play Purdue, it is a battle, and it is set up that way so far in this one. Lawyer working through the screen. Now Colvin for three. Yes!
All of a sudden, Indiana's defense on the perimeter has been a little bit lax.
A 10-0 run for the Boilermakers.
They got to get Reneau down low. Because out here, he's not where he's effective.
Rice with 5 to shoot. Now Goody will put one up. And some boos from the fans here as Indiana has gone ice cold. Kaufman-Renn in the paint, and it's good. 12 straight points, and Mike Woodson calls a timeout. A steal by Smith. Diving to the floor, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Indiana basketball, but great hustle by Braden Smith.
Yeah, I mean, you see, this is what he does. He anticipates so well, which is why he leads the Big Ten in steals. He had 6 steals against Indiana in that first game that they played.
Leads the Big Ten in steals per game and assists per game. The last player to do that in the Big Ten, Mike Conley, back in 06-07.
He was pretty good, too. He's still playing.
Galloway to Reneau. 8 points for Malik Reneau.
Well, that time Galloway, who has done it a couple of times, was able to get in the lane, and now something will happen for Indiana.
Colvin could not complete the catch. Mbako trying to get in the scorer's column. And he can't. The loose ball tracked down by Smith. Smith over Goody for 3.
It's like Goody was surprised that Braden Smith shot that.
Purdue has hit each of its last 7 shots. A 31-23 advantage.
Mbako has been out of it this whole, I don't know if it's because he didn't start or whatever, but he's been out of it.
See if he can get going here. Rebound to Raleigh Burgess, the freshman. I guess that's the concern, Lap, right? You take a guy who's been starting the majority of the year out of the starting lineup, you don't know how he'll react.
And the guy with last 7 games was averaging 16 points and 5 rebounds.
Lawyer. Galloway may have gotten a piece of that one. And now numbers the other way.
Kaufman-Renn with a great closeout on Luke Goody in transition that time.
2:40 to go in the first half. Ballo has position, but coming over to take it away is Colvin. Great play by the sophomore from Indianapolis. Now on the other end, can he hit a 3? He can! Getting it done on both ends of the floor. Miles Colvin.
Boy, we talked about him. Didn't make a huge jump this year, but he's playing tonight like he did. Or today, I should say.
Bench points 11-4 in favor of Purdue. Last 3 games, they've been outscored in bench points 75-26. So they have not gotten much production off the bench. Different story today. Goody's 3 won't go, and first the rebound.
Wow, he's not going to get a better look than that.
Purdue, 8 of its last 10 from the floor. Indiana today, 1 of 10 from deep. Colvin, not this time. Into the corner it goes, and Leal tracks it down. Miles Rice at the scorer's table for Indiana. Galloway, straightaway three. And they're now 1 for 11 from deep.
And you know, Mike Woodson he's not playing the two big guys together much because he's trying to get a little space out there, but it's not working.
Smith and Leo in a race for it, a scramble, and a foul is called.
That's a good call.
(34-25) late in the first half. Lawyer, good defense by Leal. Now Smith will reset with the shot clock at 7. Lawyer, a three. Big one for Purdue.
You know, this team here, when you shoot threes like they do, and they got a great inside player, it's really tough to decide what you want to do to stop them.
Rice off the side of the rim first to Smith. Now Lawyer for three. No good. Remember, Purdue 2 for 13 from deep against Indiana the first time around. And also remember the stakes here. A quad one game for both teams. Indiana desperately needs another quad one win on their resume.
Same starting team. See, and those are the shots that Miles Rice usually makes, those little floaters, but
looking for Reneau, and he's got him. Here's Rice for three. Can he get on track? Yes.
And he was wide open for a reason, because all Purdue is caring about right now is the paint. So if Indiana can start making a couple, that could change things significantly.
Just their second three of the afternoon. And a turnover.
Yeah, not a good pass by Braden Smith.
Galloway up ahead. 5 quick points for the Hoosiers. And Assembly Hall comes to life here early in the second half. Smith, a turnover. Leal tracks it down and sinks the biz. Timeout, Purdue. A 7-0 run. 2 Purdue trips this half. 2 turnovers, both by Braden Smith.
Yeah, they only
had
5 in the first half.
Five-point game.
Yeah, they don't even guard first out here, even though he's made some threes in his career. None this year.
Hasn't even attempted one this year. Smith looking for help. Shot clock down to 4. Cox drives inside, and the follow is there. Looked like First got a hand on it.
Yeah, whenever you allow dribble penetration, that was good defense for much of the shot clock, but when you allow that dribble penetration, people help, they get in better rebounding position.
And an illegal screen called against Malik Reneau. Kaufman-Renn, free throw line. This time doesn't have the touch, and Leal the rebound.
And that's his shot, that little floater.
Goody calling for it. Extra pass. Rice, a three. Catches the bottom of the net. Smith locates Lawyer. Goody and Lawyer, they were high school teammates for a year at Homestead High School. So many deep Indiana connections in this rivalry game. Lawyer. And Goody with the rebound.
And that's what you got to do with Lawyer. You got to make him put the ball on the ground, because when he catches and shoots it, he's lethal. Good pass.
Galloway cuts and finishes. Eight points for Trey Galloway. Above his season average. And a kickball.
Now Indiana trying some zone.
Shot clock down to 2. Kaufman-Renn's gonna have to put one up. He's not aware of it. And a shot clock violation.
Good change up there by Mike Woodson. They hadn't used it at all in this game till then, and made Purdue. That's all you want to do when you change up. Just get them a little off balance.
Third turnover of the half for Purdue.
Braden Smith really helping in on Reneau. Look at the double coming.
Goody in the corner. Yes!
That was such a good pass by Reneau. Braden Smith left Goody alone, and he found him in the deep corner opposite.
You know, when you said at halftime that Goody had to get going, he was standing right in front of us. I'm pretty sure he heard you.
I was wondering, I was doing a little coaching.
Yeah. Kaufman-Renn tied up inside, out of bounds, and it's Indiana basketball. And Assembly Hall is up for grabs right now. Miles Colvin, who had that big first half on the floor for Purdue, and Reneau ties the game at 39.
Kaufman-Renn thought there was going to be help from the weak side, and they've done a great job of doing that the whole game, but not that time.
Reneau in double figures with 10 points. Kaufman-Renn, and a whistle inside as Kaufman-Renn tumbles. One out of 2 for Kaufman-Renn, who had an offer from Indiana at a high school, Silver Creek High School in Indiana, elected to go to Purdue.
Well, you look at this Purdue team, no transfers. It's another guy, but Matt Painter, no transfers.
And a foul committed by Colvin. Smith, a steal, looking for help. He throws it right to Leal. Leal to Goody, and the foul.
You know, that was a tough play for Braden Smith, because if they tie him up, they have the possession arrow. So if he takes this and just stays on the floor right here and lets them tie him up, they're going to get the ball. Instead, he takes a chance, throws a bad pass while he's on the floor. It happens.
Matt Painter thought there should have been a foul with Smith on the ground. Instead, Goody completes the three-point play. Now 37 of 40 from the free throw line this year for Luke Goody. And Indiana, scoring Purdue 17-3, make it 19-3 here in the second half.
That you don't see. You don't see Braden Smith getting his pocket picked, ever.
4 turnovers by Braden Smith. Kaufman-Renn, too strong off the glass, and Reneau the rebound. This looks like a different Indiana team and a much different Purdue team.
Unbelievable.
Here in the second half.
They got to get it to Reneau. He's got Colvin on him.
They do. Reneau going baseline. Too easy there. Matt Painter wants a timeout. This half, Indiana is 9 for 11 and have 9 points off 4 Purdue turnovers.
They've been getting it done down this end. The defense, intensity, much different.
Kaufman-Renn 4 of 11 today. Shot clock at 3. Cox has to put one up. He does.
Really good defense. It's like a different team. Defensively, the intensity is so much higher.
Galloway to Reneau. Counted in the foul. Reneau is now 7 of 7 from the floor and a chance at a three-point play. Three-point play complete. Indiana has hit its last 7 shots in a row.
It's amazing what 2 3-point shots did for Indiana. Open up the whole floor for now Reneau's going crazy.
And Lap, they've made this run with Mbako and Ballo on the bench the entire time.
And I guarantee you they're going to stay there. Great help by Goody.
This defense has been turned up by Indiana, and that ball's kicked by Smith. This half, Indiana is 10 for 12, while Purdue is 1 for 8. Galloway over to Rice. Rice, a 2, and that's good. Everything going in for the Hoosiers.
They're denying everything, much more. Look at this again.
Goody got a hand on it and stolen. Goody trying to track it down with Harris back. And that's goaltending. Count the bucket. Indiana by 13.
They got to settle down. Braden Smith's got to settle down, really, because he's the guy that can get it going. Now you see Indiana in that pressure.
Reneau continues to sit with 3 fouls.
And the other thing that Miles Rice doing a great job trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Very aggressive defense by Miles Rice on Braden Smith.
Smith has not attempted a shot here in the second half.
Well, this kid's all over him. Look at this defense.
Smith with the shot clock at 3. And a whistle inside with the shot clock winding down.
Kaufman ready. He doesn't want to shoot it from there.
Smith is open. Extra pass, Colvin. And the rebound is grabbed by Galloway. Indiana has not won on its home floor since January 8th. They've lost 4 in a row at home. First time they've lost that many in a row here at Assembly Hall since a 5-game losing streak 6 years ago. Rice's 3 won't go. Rebound is to Colvin.
That's the other thing that Purdue, they're not getting anything in transition. They made a lot of threes in the first half on the break.
Rice, great defense, and a foul is called. Purdue is just 1 of 9 shooting here in the second half. And an offensive foul. That's going to go on Braden Smith.
I mean, that's an easy call. Leal and Rice, their defense in the second half has been the key to this whole spurt.
5th turnover for Smith. His season high is 6, including last time out against Michigan State. Goody a 3. And it's grabbed by Cox.
That's the one guy they have that you say, okay, you can shoot that.
Cox inside on Ballo. No good. Heidi cleans it up. And a big bucket for Purdue. That ends a 14-0 run.
I think it's time for Reneau to get back in the game. He's only got 3, doesn't have 4. And I would take Ballo out. They're much better playing small. See, nothing in the low post now.
Galloway calling for it in the corner. Rice instead feeds Ballo for 2.
They needed that, and they needed to get it inside there.
And Matt Painter just shakes his head. That's been the problem during this losing streak. Just no interior presence defensively.
40 points in the paint now for Purdue. I mean, for Indiana.
That's good for a lawyer. And then, you know, you think about what happened on Tuesday night in East Lansing when Purdue gave up 42 points in the paint.
And there's still 9 minutes to go here.
First points of the half for Fletcher Lawyer. Galloway. And a whistle.
I'm interested to see how long Mike Woodson keeps Reneau out.
Galloway leaves it for Leal, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2.
What he's done defensively with Miles Rice has been a lot.
And the look on his face of relief after he was not ejected early in the first half. What a call that turned out to be for Indiana.
And he knew there was a possibility.
Sure did. Again, tough Indiana defense. The shot clock inside 5.
Now Ballo's got to stay with Smith.
Smith, tough jumper, won't go, and Leal is there for the rebound. And then first fouls Leal.
1-1.
And Lap, you think about this. Today in the second half, Indiana is 13 for 17. In the last 2 games, Purdue's opponent shot 70% in the second half. So that trend continues again for the Boilermakers.
And that's a bad trend.
8 minutes to go. Shot clock at 5. Colvin a 3. Cox the offensive rebound. Now Lawyer is fouled inside. And that's going to go on Anthony Leal.
I mean, he's one of their great players in the history of their school. Was a tremendous NBA coach. This guy has had a stellar, more than stellar career.
Fletcher Lawyer, an 85% free throw shooter, misses the first and knocks in the second with 7:41 to go.
Now here comes that full court pressure.
And Luke Goody calls a timeout.
Indiana has had some problems to finish off games. They've had some leads, and a lot of these, when they lost 6 of these 7, they've had some leads and haven't been able to close it out.
It's a great point. Ballo is fouled inside. Ballo rattles one in. He's got 7 points today. And there's the foul situation.
Great switch by Miles Rice.
He's been very good defensively today.
Yes, he has. He was really in the first half almost non-existent, but in the second half, he has really picked it up.
Galloway tied up inside, bounces one to Ballo and a turnover. Smith without numbers.
What a closeout by Luke Goody there.
Fans wanted to travel, no call. Kaufman-Wren, offensive foul, and that's his 4th, and they're going to take a look.
At the further review, the play has been upgraded to a flagrant 1 foul.
So Galloway to the line. No field goals this half for Kaufman-Wren. He's 0 for 4 as Galloway makes them both. Goody to Galloway. Reneau calls for it. 10 on the shot clock.
They need to get the ball. Well, interesting to go into Galloway.
Rice baseline with 3 to shoot, and a foul is called.
You waited another 2 minutes and it's still 15. The game's almost over. Might as well.
Makes the second. 61-45. Ballo and Mbako back on the bench. Mbako has not come off the bench here in the second half. Lawyer foot on the line, and that's a 2.
And Kaufman-Renn is guarding Reneau.
Rice using some clock. Galloway with 5 to shoot. That one's off the mark, and then a whistle.
Reneau's getting his 4th.
I don't know if Mike Woodson's convinced that it was Lawyer who should shoot him.
Well, they can look at that if they want to, but I guess the referees are sure.
Lawyer has scored the last 7 points for the Boilermakers.
They got to be careful. This thing is not over by any means. And I think Indiana, they got to be aggressive still. It's too early to start playing the clock. Keep being aggressive. It's their aggressiveness that's got them this lead.
It's a great point. They have slowed things down here. Rice on the attack, sends it to the corner. Galloway a 3, halfway down and out.
Yeah.
Lawyer quickly the other way, gets Ballo up in the air, and he's fouled. So Lawyer has gone to work here in the second half. Lawyer had 15 in the first game against Indiana, and now 17 tonight. Lawyer has scored 9 points in the last 4 minutes and 12 seconds.
See, they need to attack. I mean, think about, look at this. There's 15 seconds to go on the shot clock now.
They try to feed Ballo, and a foul is called on Caleb First. Ballo at the line. And he's 2 of 6 again today. 62-51. Braden Smith's been very quiet in the second half. A lot of that you attribute to the Indiana defense.
That's an illegal.
And a foul on Smith.
I'm sure Mike Woodson will be happy if he can get this under 10 with 4 to go. I mean Painter, Matt Painter, sorry.
Smith defending Rice. Rice goes around him, and it won't go down. Ballo the offensive rebound, and the putback. A big one for the Hoosiers.
Ballo on Smith.
Lawyers had the hot hand for Purdue, trying to keep it going here. Tied up by Leal. I'm not sure Smith's aware of it now. Painter pointing at the shot clock. They have to put one up quickly. Colvin does and hits.
Yeah, I don't know if they knew, but it worked out.
A 10-point game with 3:25 to play.
They've done a good job with this pressure. They really need to keep attacking. When somebody presses you, you let them off the hook when you don't attack. And it's only a 10-point game.
Galloway lobs and Ballo finishes. What a pass from Trey Galloway.
Trey Galloway's a really good passer.
That is his 9th assist of the game.
Think about that. Not really a true point guard.
And Smith is fouled. Give us your keys to the game. He gave us 3. Keep it out of the paint. Well, Indiana has 44 points in the paint. Stay out of foul trouble. Kaufman-Renn fouled out first with 4. And limit turnovers. They've turned it over 15 times.
That's a trifecta. In a negative way.
He knew what it would take to win this one. And they've not been able to deliver in those key categories. Shot clock at 5. Galloway for a 3. Yes!
This is what you call a season-changing win.
And a steal. Numbers the other way. Rice.
Pull it out.
Galloway will wisely pull it back.
Got a foul.
And that's what Matt Painter tells Miles Colvin to do.
You know, their road games are at Washington, last place in the Big Ten. At Oregon, obviously that's tough. And then they have Penn State and Ohio State at home.
Colvin, his three won't go. Ballo skies for the rebound, gets rid of it quickly so they could not foul him. And now they get the ball in Goody's hands over to Rice. Two excellent free throw shooters. And there's the foul. Chair the rest of the way.
Yes, you got to bring it with him on the road, too. I don't know if you're allowed to. Are you allowed to bring your own chair?
I don't know, but use it for the home games, Mike, because it certainly worked for the Hoosiers today.
Well, let's face it, the guy who sat in that chair was not bad.
Yeah.
He won a lot of games in here.
40th anniversary today of Bobby Knight throwing that chair, or a chair that looks just like that chair, and Mike Woodson deciding to use it today as Colvin misses another three. Leal has it. And Goody will pull it back out.
Good job there by Goody. And now Matt Painter is not fouling.
Indiana has outscored Purdue in the second half, 48-18.
I'll tell you what, Andrew, they got a great crowd in this place.
Sure do.
This is a heck of a building. I never played here when I was coaching.
And Matt Painter used to come to games in this building as a fan. Hey, he told us Bobby Knight talked to him, wanted him to maybe do a prep year and then come here. But Painter, who's very humble, said, even if I did come here, I wouldn't have played that much. So ended up going to Purdue, where he was an honorable mention All Big Ten selection back in 1993.
He doesn't lose 4 games in a row very often.
First in 5 years. While Indiana will pick up its first win at home since January 8th. Galloway, a three. Lawyer with the rebound. And you're going to look at that Indiana tournament resume and see wins at Michigan State and at home against Purdue. Shot clock turned off. And chapter 221 of this rivalry belongs to Indiana.